If you want a no-nonsense guide on how to get the best FPS possible, then you've come to the right place. But first, let me just tell you, this video is going to be the second part to the first part of this pack. I've already got the first pack uploaded right there, so if you want to go check that out, I recommend you go do that. Or you can just follow along with this video and then figure out the first half for yourself. But I recommend you go watch that first and go check out the other content on this channel, because I've absolutely been smashing it on this channel recently. So without further ado, let's get into this no-nonsense guide on how to get the crispiest FPS possible. Right, so we're going into the priorities area. Right, so basically, I've actually explained this in a bit more depth on a video that's coming out soon, so if you want to check that out, it's got a load more FPS boosts and etc. But basically, right here, this is going to be skipping the steps on how I tell you how to get to it and just instantly applying it. Basically, there are some things in the registry editor that you can do to get more FPS, lower latency, etc. So basically, these three, I guess, numbers, we'll go with numbers, are going to give you them. So the smoothest one here, 16, that is going to give you the best FPS possible. It's going to give you the most FPS increase. 25 is going to give you a balance of FPS increase and lower latency. And then 28, you guessed it, is going to give you the lowest input delay and latency. So again, if you've got a lower end system, you may find that you want FPS, or if you're already getting 60 FPS on your monitor and that's the max, you can go for the lowest one. And if you want a balance, then honestly just go for 25. Again, fiddle around with this and find what you want is works best for you. This one here, the default for me, the default was actually 2. I haven't actually put it on 26, so I don't know what that actually does, but mine was set on 2. So again, click on the default one, you never know. Yours is set on a other default number, then watch my video and that'll tell you sort of what's going on there, and you might be able to see why that is. And you can also see if 26 might actually be better than all 3 of these. I highly doubt it though, but it could be. So have a little mess around with all 4 of these settings to see which one gives you the best FPS increase or lowest input delay. So I guess, unless you haven't subscribed already, then you've got all the FPS increase from this part, so I guess move on. So this one, we're going into an intelligent standby list cleaner. So we're going to be doing from this part here is it's going to disable 3 things. The first thing is high precision event timer, the second is sympathetic timers, the last one is dynamic tick. Basically these things are going to lower inconsistencies and reduce input delay. So basically what you want to do is you want to open it as an administration. I'm not, because I've already done it. Click enter like so. Let's hit the microphone. Don't know if you heard it or not, but it doesn't matter because that's going to give you an extra 10% boost in your FPS. I'll do it again. Bam, 20%. I know, right? I'm doing you nice here. Right, so for this next one, going into the actual program, so you want to run it as an administration. And if it doesn't pop up on your screen right here, it'll be down here. I know I've got a Windows update I haven't done to install the update. Don't harass me. Alright, relax. And so in here, you want to click stop. Over in the wanted timer resolution, you want to make sure this is enabled right here. You're going to make sure you have backspace on all of this so you're going to start. You want to put 0.50 like so. You want to get rid of anything else that is there. That is going to be what you're left with. Over here, this is going to be your RAM right here. So however much RAM you've got, for me, I've got 16 gigs. You want to put in the half of that. So the numbers that you're going to need for this are as followed. You've got 4 gigs of RAM. You want to put 2048. You got 8 gigs of RAM. You want to put in 8096. Sorry, a bit slow on there. And if you got 16 gigs, you want to put in 8192. And if you got the big boy 32 gigs, you want to put in 16,384. Like so. For me, I'm going to be putting in 8192 because I've got 16 gigs of RAM, as you can see up there. Once you've done that, you want to come over here to the pulling rate. Now, some people recommend you do it on 500, others on 1000. Now, for me, I'm going to stick it on 1000, but put it on 500 if you've got a really good PC. Like hard PC is what tends to work on best, right? Not put it on 250 or any of the other ones. The best 2 is going to be 500 or 1000. Now, experiment whichever one seems to be the best for you. Now, you've done everything in here, but we just need to do one more thing, and that's going to come over here, and you want to put launch right here. You want to click the launch thing here, so every time you log in, this is going to launch it straight away, and this is going to be running in the background, because for this to all work and have the reduced input delay, and etc. You're going to need this to be running all time. So instead of you finding this in your files, you want to just click the launch button. It will be on all the time for you, so you don't have to do it. And after you've done everything, just come over to start like so. And it's going to be doing everything like so, and everything's going to be good to go. So you can minimize that. And that is everything in here. These are just some other files related to the program right here. You don't actually have to do anything with them. So lastly, we're going to move on to the GPU stuff. The good big old daddy-o GPU that's going to be doing all the hardware shit. Right, for number 5, we're getting into the GPU settings right now, and CPU settings. So again, this is just going to be a settings list for all of your GPUs or CPUs. So again, if you've got an AMD CPU, it's just going to be the same as the AMD GPU one. They're all built into the same software. So if you've got an Intel one, you're going to need to look at this, and if you've got an Nvidia card, you'll need to look at this one. Now for the AMD one, I actually recommend you go check out one of my videos it's done very well, actually, very well. So if you go check out that, I'll leave a link in the description. It'll come up now on the screen. Just go check that out. I'm actually going to give you the best optimizations for your AMD graphics card. I recommend you go check that out if you want to go a bit more in depth and offer some more settings than just these two images right here. Now, back out. We're not going to go make another cool little cut. We're going to go all the way over here. And this one right here is the last thing you want to do. If you want to go in here and delete your Fortnite files, etc. That sounds a bit dodgy when I say it like that. Essentially, just double click this, allow it, and just hit apply. Basically, what this is going to do is just going to clean up your config files. And it's just going to give your PC basically a much smoother time with running Fortnite, less inconsistencies, and overall smoother time when you're playing it, giving it a slight increase in FPS and performance. Nothing drastic, honestly. You're probably not going to notice it, but you know, say those times when you do get a bit of stuttering, it's just going to reduce that and make it an overall smoother experience for you. So once you've done all of this and you've applied all of these steps I've mentioned here, you want to go over to the restart. You want to restart your PC. Obviously, you don't have to click this. It's not going to really do much. Go, no, yes, thank you. Basically, what you want to do is you just want to restart your PC after you've done all of these changes to make sure everything is good to go. If you want to be extra safe, go over here and just after you've done 1, then restart it. After you've done 2, restart it, just to make sure everything's working and nothing clashes with each other. I did mine all at once because I'm a bloody big baller. So, if you have enjoyed today's video, guys, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next FPS increase video because I know you're just absolutely gagging for that FPS increase.